And welcome back, everyone. Final installment of Overtime on the Sunday evening. So honored to have with us Mr. Ray Brooks, longtime band director here in the Delta, but he recently retired. He's been doing it 40 years, but as he mentioned before, he just decided that now is the time for him to ride off into the sunset. Mr. Brooks, we were talking a little earlier before we even started this interview part about just the arts. The arts, especially with music, why it's so important to have those in your schools. But we're seeing, at least I've seen over the last number of years, cutbacks being made in the arts of schools. What's your thoughts on those cutbacks, perhaps that you've seen and experienced over your time?
Well, the arts is a vital part of the old saying, you must educate the whole child. You got to educate the whole child. All students are not athletic bound. So you need the arts for the intellectual part. Art is something you have to think. It teaches critical thinking. It teaches discipline. You got to sit there, draw, act, or whatever, the visual or the musical part of it. It's discipline. You got to study. But when they cut art, when they start cutting art, you know, that's a blow to a lot of kids way out. Like at Green Valley, a lot of my kids stayed in school just to come to band. Stayed in school to be in the choir. You got it going. They're gonna do the academics to be in that group.
The motivation for it.
It's a motivation. You got to get, because I taught the band, you got to have A before B. You have an academic, you can't do B. Not with me, band. So art is vital, man. It's for that kid that don't want to do athletics.
You're planning an event that's coming up with alumni that you want to bring back. Kind of fill us in on that.
You know, past several years, they have tried to, you know, organize an alumni band. I just didn't have time while I was working. So I decided this year we're going to try to do it for homecoming. So I'm getting ready to meet with the band director at the high school, Brother Cersei, the head director at the high school, to get the correct protocol for doing, like meeting in the band room, using this, probably go through the principal. You know, we're gonna work together and organize, then we're gonna put it out on Facebook. We got the date. So homecoming is early this year, September the 20th. So we're gonna organize and put it on Facebook. The title of it gonna be, you remember the time, business as usual. That's gonna be the clips of it.
Wow.
It's gonna be about business, you know, we have meet and greet, gonna be a whole week of activities. And plus we're gonna try to motivate, have sessions with the kids in the public school about band. Have some alumni, you know, talk about their experience coming up through the high school. We'll start at the elementary. We're gonna meet some of the kids, alumni, just talk to the kids about the importance of being in band.
And Mr. Brooks was so nice and kind enough to bring back some of the jackets of schools where he has taught band at over the years. And one here is from
Greenville for the merger.
Greenville High School.
Yeah.
Ray Brooks, director back in 2000. And we also have a couple of more.
Right. This is the one after the merger.
Greenville Western. Wow.
I think the merger was 2001, but they did the merger.
It looked like you haven't worn these. They look like they're just right off the rack.
I put them on the rack, keep them.
Okay, that's it. Wow.
Look at them reminiscing.
Okay, yes, sir.
After Greenville West, you know, they went back to Greenville High.
Right, sure did.
While I was at Greenville High, that's where I retired from, Greenville High. Then I went to Lakeside. That's the last jacket.
The Beavers.
I couldn't find one from Kahoma and Valley. I dig down a little further to find them.
Okay, well, you got time, though. You got time. You got time. And so when you look at these jackets, what do they symbolize?
Hard work. Hard work, patience, blessings, gratitude, thankfulness, and all that. And it just sometimes get emotional looking at it.
Well, I'm glad to see you riding off into the sunset, enjoying retirement.
Oh, yes.
And spending quality time with the missus here. She's in the studio, your beautiful wife here joining us. And we thank you, Mr. Ray Brooks, for taking time out of your schedule, and Mrs. Brooks for giving us a few minutes with them, too. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Well, we wish you well.
Appreciate
Nothing
it.
but the best in life during this retirement of yours, and we'll stay in touch.
Hold on one thing.
Yes,
Let me
sir.
say it right quick. I'll take no more of your time.
Yes, sir.
Since you said retirement, I went to a college game, you know, as a spectator. You know, I used to go to college to a game. I got a band tell me to sit down. I was sitting there, band kid running around, turn around, tell them to sit down. Man, I said, them ain't your kids. Those are not your kids, man.
Hey, well, I tell you,
So,
once
that habit.
Once it's in your blood,
Yeah.
it never leaves you, huh?
Yeah.
It never leaves you.
I
All
said,
right.
wow.
Yeah, still a part
I
of
said,
it.
let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go, Brooks.
Yeah.
Let it go. It's all right, though.
All right. Well, that's all right. Well, we appreciate the time. Appreciate you sharing your stories with us, Mr.
yeah.
Brooks. And again, we wish you nothing but the very best in moving forward.
Okay, I enjoyed it.
All right.
Yes, sir. I'll keep you updated on that alumni
Yep, for sure.
situation, how it progresses.
All right. We'll appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right.
That's going to do it for another installment of Overtime. We thank you, the viewing audience, for blessing us with your time. Thanks, Mr. Brooks. His lovely wife here off to the side for joining us as well. We'll see you next week here on Overtime. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening.